Nearfar here, and today I'm going to show you how I create my bass and how I control my low end. I hope this helps you with you and your music. Typically what I do is I make all my bass in multiple layers. That's usually separated by a minimum of 2 basses split into sub bass, top bass, sub bass, mid bass, top bass, whatever combination. I'll typically go with 2 to 4 different bass layers, whether that is the same synth or same bass duplicated and processed differently on each layer, or simply different basses layered together, whether that is a pure sine wave sub with a higher end or mid-bodied bass or synth patch. This will help your mixes come through better and come through more clear across all systems, whether that's iPods, earbuds, cars, phone speakers, you name it. It's good practice to always have your sub bass in mono. Force the mono and then proceed with the rest of your chains. Subtractive EQ, compression, I typically go with 4:1 ratio. And then any additional EQ for color, character, or additive boosting. I typically target around -15 to -10 dB with my sub or with my bass in general, sometimes allowing the top bass to be a little louder than that, especially in bass heavy genres. You'll want to keep the rest of your bass layers not mono. You want the stereo information to be higher up in something that can be heard versus what you're feeling in the sub-frequencies. This will allow you more control as well as clear up your mixes. So the low information that hits really hard front and center will always be mono in the center of your mix, while your other layers have a nice full body and sit in the mix across all systems without any clashing of frequencies. It's good to always remember to have a short attack and a shorter release. That way, your bass is coming through nice and punchy. You'll want to make sure that you're not reducing too much of one layer or adding too much to another. Practice parallel processing, use compression and EQs, and you can achieve the results you want. This does not require any fancy plugins. It can be done in any DAW with any tools. You can do this with as many layers as you'd like. I typically use the same sub bass consistently throughout an entire song, while sometimes changing the top bass or mid bass that I'm using in each section, whether that's the chorus or a verse. Together this plays. Leave your comments and questions down below, and please feel free to suggest any other topics or ask any questions that you'd like answered.